Okay, folks, I'd like to welcome you to another post-game conversation where you get to hear directly from Tribe football alums. For this episode, we have Mr. Nick Dorka. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. Blessed to be alive, blessed to be healthy, blessed to be here talking to you.
Hey, Nick, it's been great. Thanks again to Michael for connecting us. It's been great getting to know you. You're an awesome guy. I think this is going to be fun, as we talked about. Um, Tell everybody what year you graduate, your major, and your position.
Yeah, so I graduated in 2017, majored in public policy, minored in marketing. I was in a fraternity, Kappa Sig, and also a fraternity in football in itself. So, I was blessed to be able to attend William and Mary and be a part of that really exclusive network of alum and people who go there. So.
That's great. So, well, you kind of segue right into it, Nick. How did you end up at William and Mary? I'm sure you had options. How did you end up at William and Mary?
Yeah, so my last three schools, I knew in high school I wanted to play football in college and pro. And so I kind of moved a little strategic in that sense. It was down to Virginia Tech, UVA, and William and Mary. Virginia Tech and UVA wouldn't give me a scholarship. They wouldn't really give me any money. They said, hey, you can be a preferred walk-on and you can be on the team, but we can't guarantee anything. Um, and then William and Mary fell in my lap, right? They kind of came in a little bit later, and it fell in my lap. And I was like, what better school to go to get an education, and then also play football at the D1 level, right? And there's a lot of history at that school, man. I went on my visit, fell in love with the area, fell in love with a couple people on the football team, and I looked at my dad, and he looked at me, and I kind of knew.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really cool.
yeah.
On my visit, and Ernest could tell you, Ernest Benjamin, on my visit, it was during winter break. So, like, I don't even know if they. It worked out perfect. It was great for me because I
Yeah.
didn't really want to go out and do all the party. But in a different way, it was, yeah, this is where I want to go. And even though it was winter break and really wasn't that many kids there or students there, it it
Hmm.
it it, it spoke to me in such a way as though like this is where I want to go. So, I can that resonates with me.
For sure. For sure. It's like when you talk to a woman and you kind of just talk to her for 10 minutes and you have a feeling, right? It's
Yeah,
kind of the same
yeah.
feeling you got and I got just being on the campus. It's like, damn, this feels good. I don't feel out of place or nervous or,
All right.
out of my comfort zone. So
Yeah, yeah. So tell us about your experience at William and Mary.
it was great. It was great. Graduated in 2017. I made a couple brothers for life. Um, met some really cool people and just glad to be a part of that network. One thing I didn't realize while I was attending William and Mary that I realize now is it's such a unique network of people. When you graduate, whether it's business or football, you see with Tomlin and McDermott in the league, like whatever it is, you say you're part of the tribe and people recognize it. And so I didn't realize it at the time. I knew I had achieved something really cool, graduating and going there and playing football at a high level. And a lot of great memories, man. A lot of great memories. And yeah, I wish I could use my degree, but it's sitting in my back pocket when I need it. But just a really cool environment, really different. I think there's a positive aspect for the school being so small. It's a tough place to get into, and that's why it carries weight once you graduate.
I totally agree. Yeah, we had an interview last month, and I believe, he made a statement, something to the effect of, you're making a decision for the next 40 years, right? It's not just the next 4 years.
That's very
It's the
true.
next 40 years. And I think you spoke to that really well. So yeah, I totally agree. Um, and so, okay, so, you made your last kick, or did you? Did you make your last kick?
I made my last kick. Yeah,
Okay. All right, good.
I made most of my kicks.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So you made your last kick, hung up the cleats, Nick, and
Yep.
tell us about your journey to where you are today.
Yeah, so and just off, off topic, if I missed a kick, it was the holder or the snapper's fault.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, yeah,
It
it
was
clearly
never
wasn't
my
your fault.
fault.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah,
uh, so I knew I wanted to play in the league. So for a couple years out of school, I was traveling, going to tryouts, signing with teams, never played on an NFL team, had opportunities, played a little bit in the CFL, XFL, all that stuff. But, I got to the age where I was 25, 26, and, it was hard for me to kind of put football in the rearview mirror, have it take a back seat because that was my focus, what I eat, sleep, breathe, wake up thinking about. And so, um, a family friend, really close family friend, told me for a while, "Hey, Nick, you should join my real estate team. I think you'd be really good. I think you have the personality and the work ethic for it." And I kind of took it as a joke for a little bit. And then, like 2 years later, I've been thinking about it more. I'm like, you know what? This is something I would like to do. I like being proactive, nothing against a 9 to 5 job or sitting at a desk, but I like to be out and about and helping other people like we were talking about, man. It's helping someone buy or sell a home. It's the same feeling I would get making a kick, right? It's a team effort. It's teamwork. And so I know that it's not a business you hop in and have immediate success, right? You got to really work hard to build your clientele, build your brand, build your sphere. And you know I thank football and my journey with football, you know helping me be the realtor and the person and the son and friend I am, because it takes a different breed, as to be an athlete. And about a year and a half ago, I get a DM on my phone, and I open up the DM, and it's someone from Love Is Blind, the show on
yeah.
Netflix. Hey, shout
This
out
was out of the
DC,
blue.
out of the blue, right? And so it was 20 March of 2023, right? And so I look at the message, and she's asking me to apply to the DC version of Love Is Blind, and I'm like, this is a scam. Like, I have to speak with your boss. Spoke with the boss. He convinced me that it was a good idea and that I should really give it a try. And I'm one of those people that keeps an open mind, likes to take risks. I would hate to look back in 10 years and be like, damn, I should have pursued that opportunity. Or what would my life have looked like? So I made myself uncomfortable and signed up for the show. And 6 months later, I got a call, hey, you're flying out to Hollywood, man. You're going to be on. So I'm like, oh gosh,
It's amazing.
oh
Yeah, yeah,
gosh, I hadn't been that nervous since football,
yeah, yeah.
and it's a good nervous. It means you care, right? It means you actually have thought about it and you care and it means something to you. And fast forward to now, man, the show just came out. Really cool experience. I got to learn a lot about my character and never lived with someone before. So I lived with someone, we were engaged. Unfortunately, we didn't get married, but it was a really cool process to see what I had to give to someone and what they had to give me and what I should expect from that. So
That's amazing. That's amazing. So now when you do it for real, you could say you
I
had a
got
little
practice, right?
experience. Yeah, 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 yeah. I got a little experience. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. So
Um,
it was really cool.
yeah, I mean, and not very many people can say that and tell that story that you just told. Is
Yeah.
it pretty cool? Okay, Nick. Well, what do as though you haven't left us with enough, what do you want to leave with folks?
Yeah, no, I just want to say, you've gotten to the point, especially, people who go to the, William and Mary, my fellow tribesmen and tribeswomen. Like I was mentioning earlier, it's such a unique, exclusive group, right? That continue to work hard in college. You got into this fantastic school off you being yourself and hard work and dedication and being ambitious. Continue to lean into what got you there, right? Don't go to college and switch up and put academics or your future job or whatever it is in the back seat. So what I gotta say is everybody's different, everybody's weird, right? Roll with the being yourself and being you and leaning into those, values and traits and qualities that got you to where you're at, and never switch up and never let anyone switch you up. Looking back on it, going to William and Mary was one of the biggest blessings of my life. I wouldn't change it. And so don't take it for granted, and try to have some fun too.
A little bit.
Just a little
Uh,
bit. Just a little, one party a month.
Hey, Nick, this was awesome. I knew it would be. Looking
Yeah.
forward to staying in contact with you. And again, just appreciate everything, especially this interview.
Likewise, man. I appreciate you having me on and appreciate you taking the time to talk to me and all love and go tribe.
Go try it.
Yeah.